Hey everybody, how's it going? It's stream night. Welcome to the stream. My name is Trezzy, and I'm excited to be hanging out with you for the first time officially on YouTube. Shouldn't be going on. I wonder if that was it. Hey, there it is. Whoops. I know exactly what was happening. Oh boy. Let me get the music going again. Okay. All right. So, what happened? What happened? I was trying to fix my EQ before I started the stream. It turns out that one of the things that I do to fix my EQ, right, is in my software, there's a button I can press to record a short clip, and then I can hit play, so it'll start playing that clip over and over so I can EQ over it. But you only hear that clip if you're plugged into the headphone jack on the microphone rather than my headphones connected to the computer. And so I had unplugged from the microphone, but what I apparently did not do was stop that playback. And while that playback's running, it prevents your microphone from going to any other sources. blame the sushi. I will. Blast you, sushi. Blast you. Anyways, how's everything sound? How's the microphone? Hopefully good. This is the first stream where I'm actually using it, I think. Because I had a stream last week when we unboxed it. Maybe it was earlier this week. I don't even know at this point. But I had a stream where we unboxed it, but I hadn't actually plugged it in. I've used it on Discord a bit and not gotten great feedback, but everything that I listen to when I'm using it sounds really good. So hopefully the mic sounds good for y'all. But let me know. Define all strings using string.raw. Rude. That's just a cruel mission to send somebody on. Buttery smooth microphone sounds. That, man, the way I said microphone completely ruined any chance of that ever being a smooth statement. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fess up. I do have one piece of sushi left that I haven't eaten yet, and I am going to eat it right now, and I'm really sorry. I normally do not eat on stream unless it's a fortune cookie, but it's really good sushi. I got it from Red Sushi here in town, downtown. They only deliver to my area one night a week, but they do deliver out here, and we got it tonight, and I'm so happy because it's magical. It's such good sushi. Okay, let's see. Okay. Here we go. Bottoms up. Everybody enjoy watching Trezzy eat sushi. Everybody unsubscribes right there. Oh, yum. I love sushi. A little bit of ginger. Probably shouldn't use this in my hands when I have no napkins nearby. Uh-oh. Whoops. Oh, well. All right. So, how's everybody doing? Holy cow. I've done a couple of, ad hoc, non-advertised streams over the past few weeks, but just to, prepare for this tonight. But it's been, I think, September of 2019 was the last time that I had a real scheduled stream. So it's been almost a year and a half since I have officially streamed on the regular. It's been a hot minute, y'all, and I'm really excited to be back. Let's see. Ian says, crashed Screeps yesterday because I tried to autocomplete into 2 meg JS file. What? I don't get why that would crash. 2 megs shouldn't be that bad. I don't know. Also been kind of into Screeps the last day or so. I know you were talking about you and Snave starting up a server. Do the redeemed channel rewards carry over? I'm gonna say no. But since you asked, let's talk a little bit about what we're gonna be doing tonight. Now, first, we're gonna talk a little bit about Next.js, because Next released an update today, and there's something really, really cool in that update, and I'm excited to talk about it. So that's the first thing that we're going to do once we start diving into code and stuff. But then the second thing that we're going to do is build a new chatbot for YouTube, because there's no channel rewards or anything like there are in Twitch, and I miss that. I mean, I've still got 250 fortune cookies to eat. I need to give you all a way to redeem those. Oh yeah, we used to eat one of these at the beginning, or open. I guess I should say open. We used to open one of these at the beginning of every stream. So let's pop this open. Let's see what our fortune is for the evening. Okay. Pop it open. Also, it's been over a year since I've opened one of these. I don't know if they're stale or not. I haven't. They're a little stale. That's not bad. It's still crunchy. That's not nearly as bad as that weird, like, Bindi one from, like, 2 years ago that was just mind-boggling. Okay. Our fortune tonight. There is no reference for beauty. That feels like real wisdom. I feel like what this really means. Hang on, let's flip on over to an editor real quick. Yeah, we'll flip on over here. Let's open up VS Code. That's not VS Code. Ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Okay, let's close a bunch of stuff. And then let's do okay. I feel like what this really means is we're in a JavaScript file. Console.log beauty. I feel like this is what it really means. There's no reference for beauty, y'all. You get it? Because beauty is not defined. Oh, let's see. Not for the most important question from chat. For the stream from me, how's the doggo doing? Oh, she's doing well. She's doing well. She's not in here with us tonight. After I get, let's flip back here. Oh, I fixed it. I see why. The issue is actually with my Stream Deck, not with OBS. My Stream Deck is switching to the wrong source now. I need to fix that. That'll just take me a second, though. Yay. Okay, that's going to switch to component facecam plus mic. That's going to be important. All right, facecam plus laptop is right. Yeah, the rest of these are still right. Okay, cool. Whoops. Okay, that's fixed. Yay. Okay. One of these days, y'all, I'm going to get all this right. I'm going to get it all figured out, and everything's going to be right, and everything's going to be perfect, and there's never going to be another issue ever again. Yeah, that's for real. Anyways, what was I even saying? Something about Nelly. So when we get the chat bot set up, we'll have the doggo come hang out more often, because you'll be able to redeem points to like bring her up and stuff. And then I was talking about something else. I don't know what it was. Nobody told me how they were doing, though. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Nobody answered that question, which, like, rude. Okay. Well, let's talk about Next. Let's talk about Next.js. Okay. We're going to flip back to the laptop screen again here. Okay. So. Well, that's not supposed to. I've got a WD-40 my mic arm. Anyways. Okay. So. Actually, two things. There's at least two things that I really want to work on for the stream to get us started off. One is going to be the chatbot, and two is going to be a React Native app for watching chat, because like the text is so tiny on my iPad. Next 12.1 hype. Yes. Okay. So, next 12.1. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this. And the reason that I'm so excited is right here at the top. This is the biggest one. This is the really cool thing. So I'm going to save it for last. So expanded support for SWC. So SWC, they updated and made SWC the default compiler. So they're no longer using Babel in Next. They're using SWC, which is actually a Rust compiler for JavaScript. And y'all, if you haven't used it, I cannot tell you the performance improvement, like the build speed increase that I got when I switched to the SWC build was bananas. I mean, it was so huge. It went from like waiting like 20 seconds, 30 seconds maybe sometimes for my next server to start up to waiting like 2 seconds maybe. It was so dramatic of an increase. But now they've added SWC for things like styled components and relay and some other stuff. So previously, like you could still use these things. I'm pretty sure they would just fall back to using actual Babel for compilation and then pass that into SWC. So that's a really cool one. The next Jest plugin, I haven't even looked at this, but it's pretty cool. It's just like just works in Next now. Like everything is built in and ready to go. You start up Next, you can start writing tests and just go, which is pretty neat. Let's see, faster minification. Yeah, so minification is part of your like prod build process. So I mean that's cool, but I also don't care that much about it. Self-hosting improvements, that's also related to the SWC improvements. So because they're doing more tree shaking and more pre-compilation, and because they're using Cursor for minification, there's like a lot less code making it into a production build, which means smaller Docker containers. So that's cool. React 18 and server components alpha. So you can actually start using this today. Ian, you said you're excited about this. You can start using this today, using React 18 and server components to render your pages server side at the edge, which is honestly pretty bonkers. Like it's wild. It's cool. I'm not bothering with it right now because I don't have any big projects to deal with it on, but it's definitely really interesting. I do have some Edge middleware stuff that I want to mess with, and this might be valuable when I do that, but right now it's not that big of a deal to me. And then the last one is their developer survey, so everybody should go fill out the developer survey. I think it's basically going to be like the state of JS, state of JavaScript, state of CSS. It's going to be the state of Next.js, which I think is valuable. Most exciting thing for me, says Ian, I think, is that I want to see what the protocol looks like. The protocol? What do you mean? Like for using server components? Because you can see that from the last React or NextConf. They had a talk where a couple of talks where they went through like server component stuff, and it was definitely interesting. I would imagine that Lee Robinson probably has some like a video or something up about it that would be worth checking out. But yeah. Okay. Now the big one. On demand. Incremental. Static. Regeneration. This is a big deal. Okay. Now, incremental static regeneration, just to refresh everybody in case you don't already know. Incremental static regeneration is being able to say, okay, I have this page in Next, and I'm going to give it a, get static props function that gets exported from this page, okay? And in that object that I return from get static props, it has a key for revalidate, and then there's a number. And that number is the number of seconds before it needs to be revalidated. So if somebody goes to... Ian's got to go because it's Screeps time. Have fun playing Screeps. Ian, I'll catch you later, buddy. I'll be on until 8 if you get done and want to come hang out some more. 8, so like another hour and 40 minutes is what I'll be at it for. Okay, so you pass that revalidate key, and the number is how many seconds before it revalidates. So when you when people go to check out the page, right, they'll have what am I trying to say? When somebody goes to check out the page, they will have the cached version. Okay, they'll get the cached version of the page. And then say you pass a revalidate. Okay, let me back up because I'm doing a terrible job explaining this. In your getStaticProps, you return an object with a revalidate key that has a number. That number is the number of seconds before it will revalidate. So, say somebody goes to this page for the first time. The server is going to build that page, and it's going to cache the server-side built version of the page. Now, the next time somebody comes to the page, they're going to get that cached version, so it's faster, right? There's no need to rebuild. So if you have, say, a blog like I do, then your article pages can return or can build the first time, and then instead of hitting your CMS to get the article over and over and over again every time somebody tries to get the page, it'll just build once, and then it'll cache. So now let's say that revalidate key that you've passed has a value of 60. So in 60 seconds, it needs to be revalidated. Okay, somebody goes there for the first time. The cached version of the page gets created. 60 seconds later, that cached version is invalid. So now, somebody else comes to the page. It's been 61 seconds. All right? The cached version of the page is trashed. Now, the person that comes actually gets that cached version of the page. But on the back end, the cached version gets trashed after the user receives it. And then the server will rebuild the page again. The next person that comes, so the person that comes at 62 seconds, they get the updated version of the page. Okay? Now, there's a lot of value in that. It's great. I use it on my site. And it means that instead of having to worry about people like coming to my site and getting an updated version of the page every second, so having to worry about 60 or, I don't know, 60,000 requests per second, minute, I only have one request per minute, right? So that's awesome. However, the big thing is that if you're using like long-lived stuff, right? Say you don't even pass a revalidate key. This is actually the big thing. You don't pass a revalidate key. So the first time somebody goes to a page, they get the page, the server caches that page, and now everybody that goes gets the cached version of the page. It never gets invalidated until you push a new version of your website and it has to rebuild that page. Then it gets a new version. But again, say you've got a blog like I do. You create a new article, but you don't want to have to make a change to your website to get that new article to publish. So instead, we now have on-demand incremental static regeneration. So just like the revalidate key, we can force the regeneration to occur, but we can do it when we want it to. So instead of passing a time like 60 seconds, I can say, I can set up my CMS so that every time I publish or update an article, it hits an API route. Let's see, where's that? Yeah, an API route like this, pages/API/revalidate. It hits an API route on my site, and that API route, it can check some stuff. They have it check some stuff. But here, it runs unstable _revalidate with a path. And what Next will do when this gets run, it will, whatever is cached at that path right now, so say it's the path for my article, whatever's cached there will be trashed and recreated. It'll be rebuilt for a new cached version. So now, I don't have to do one request every minute or one request a day or anything like that. I can do only one request whenever I need to. right? So only when an article gets written or an article gets updated or something along those lines. Those are the only times. So there's just a lot of really cool stuff to do with this. We might even work on it next week because I really want to build this into my website so that whenever I update an article in Contentful, it automatically hits my API route and tells my blog that it needs to rebuild whatever article has just been published or updated, plus index pages and such. So that's all really cool. I'm really excited about it. Yeah. Anybody else have any thoughts? Any use cases for this? I'm stoked for it for my blog, but I can see so many really valuable use cases for it. If you do, drop them in chat because I'd love to talk more about it. I think it's going to be really cool. Yeah, lots of contributors. Otherwise, just generally good stuff. So, now, let's say we get into some code, huh? That is the typical MO for my streams, but, you know, it's been a while, so we're getting back to stuff. I need to fix my monitor here a little bit. Let's see if I can do this without getting it in your way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's better. Now, let's do some coding. So the first thing that I'm going to do, okay, we're creating a YouTube bot. Just to be clear. I'm just going to have it like anytime somebody says exclamation point hi, it'll say hi back. That's pretty much it for now. So the first thing that I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go to the docs for the YouTube API. So YouTube API docs. Let's see what we can find here. All right, API reference for the YouTube data API. Is this the API that I want? I have no idea. Let's find out. Let's see. There's more videos, data, analytics reporting, subscribe buttons, live streaming. That's for scheduling. So this might be worth looking at. Otherwise, I think that's probably... I think the data is probably going to be the one that I care about. Let's see. Is there anything around here that mentions chat? Also, if anybody has any context, like if you've built YouTube bots or anything before, feel free to drop links in the chat. I will definitely pull them up, check them out. Okay, watermarks, videos. Nope, that doesn't look right. Video categories, thumbnails, subscriptions, search, playlists, playlist items, comments maybe? That doesn't seem right, but I don't know, maybe. Comment resource contains information about a single YouTube comment. A comment resource can represent a comment about either a video or a channel. I wonder if chats count as comments. I don't know. Let's check the live streaming because that doesn't necessarily seem like what I want. Client libraries would be cool, but let's see. Broadcast streams, cue points. Stream identifies the AV content that is being communicated. Broadcast represents an event that can be watched. Okay. API use cases. Schedule broadcasts and define broadcast settings. Associate video streams and broadcasts. Enable broadcasters to define information about a broadcast and its video at the same time. Simplify transitions between broadcast states. Okay, well, that doesn't seem super useful either. I don't see anything about chat in there. Yep, nothing at all on this page about chat. Okay. Let's see, channels, channel sections, captions, activities. I don't think activities is going to have anything to do with it, but let's find out. Channel bulletin has been deprecated. Okay. Channel activity events that match the required request criteria. I don't think that's it either. Okay. Okay. So, hang on. What if, maybe we check the API's Explorer. Let's see. Hang on. Did they just take me to the API reference? Okay. When I try to go to the API Explorer, it just redirects me to the reference. Exciting! Okay, live broadcast, live stream. Let's check live broadcast and see if there's any, like maybe there's a chat object on here. Live chat ID, that seems promising. So ID, you can use the live chat message resources. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Live chat messages. A live chat message resource represents a chat message in a YouTube live chat. The resource can contain details about several types of messages, including a newly posted text message or a fan funding event. The live chat feature is enabled by default for live broadcasts and is available while the live event is active. After the event ends, live chat is no longer available for that event. Okay, okay. Lists live chat messages for a specific chat. Try it now. Heck yeah, that's exactly what I want. Try it now. Live chat I don't know. I don't know what the live chat ID is. Is it just the video ID? Let's see. Parameters, live chat ID. Live chat ID parameters specify the ID of the chat whose messages will be returned. The live chat ID associated with the broadcast is returned when the live broadcast resource is snippet. Okay. So looks like the first thing that we need to do is get the live broadcast. So let's just come back here. Let's come back to the overview and then down to the variable. Nope. That's not helping. Oh, over here. This is where I found it. Live streaming. Okay. And then broadcasts. Live broadcast. Okay. Let's list live broadcasts. Let's see, part. What is part here? Part is going to be a comma separated list of one or more live broadcast resource properties. Okay. So the only thing that I really care about is the ID, I think. Actually, we'll grab the content details as well. Broadcast status. Let's say all. Broadcast type. All? I'm not entirely sure. ID, max results. Mine, true. Okay. Execute. Let's see. As me. Do it as me. Boom, 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 boom. Allow. Okay, execute. Are you going to execute now? Forwarded bad request. Incompatible parameters specified in the request. Broadcast status and mine. Okay. So I don't want to do mine. Let's change broadcast status. Let's turn that off. Broadcast type, turn that off. Let's execute again. Let's see what happens. Bad request, no filter selected. Expected one of broadcast status ID or mine. Okay, let's just do mine. Execute. Hey, it's a 200. Okay. All right. Items. It's going to be all the live broadcasts that I've got. Okay. All right. What if we... Can I add a broadcast status for, like, active? Can I do that? I guess not. Okay. Cool. It's fine. All right. Broadcast. So I can't do that. Oh, can I only do one? Is that the problem? Can I switch this to active and then turn off mine? Execute. There we go. Okay. Bound stream ID. So I got to imagine that this is mine. Like, this is the current live stream that y'all are in right now. Okay, maybe there's other parts that I need to add. So I've got ID. We'll add snippet and status. Just get it all in there. Get a whole result. Okay, live broadcast. So we've got a live broadcast. It said it should return the live chat. Ah, there it is. It's in the snippet. Okay. So we can get rid of these. We just need the snippet. That's all I care about. Execute. Aha! There we go. Live chat ID. Okay. Cool. So now that we've got a live chat ID, we can come over here and pop that right in this baby. Okay, part, we can do ID, snippet, and author details. ID, snippet, author details. Okay. Give that a little shot. Did it? Oh. Of course I gotta do this again. Because why not? Hey, what's going on, Kiwi? How you doing, buddy? Hey, we got a 200 okay. Awesome. On the first try. Okay, so we've got live chat, the live chat. So we've got items. There's a handful of items. Hey, yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, how many items? There are 31. So we should have 31 chats in here. That looks right. Chances are I'm going to make it to the Friday morning voice chat tomorrow. Cool. Cool. For those of you hanging out who might not know, we do a Friday morning, just sort of community hangout every Friday morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, on my Discord. If you, oh crap, what's the best way? I don't have a bot set up yet, so I don't have a good way to like share to the chat. Let's see. Let me get the link. Oh gosh, I've got to open Discord over here. Let's see. Make the Friday morning hangout into a podcast? Oh, that doesn't sound... First off, sounds like fewer people would come. Second, I don't know how many people would actually listen. All right, welcome, maybe. Rules, intros. No, that's fine. We'll just grab it from the invites. Server settings. Invites. Grab the link, which is streamer mode's on, of course. Disable. Now actually streaming this screen. All right, server settings again. I'm getting there, I promise. Give me a second. Invites. There we go. Got it. That one can definitely go away. All right, and then over to chat. All right, https://discord.gg/link. There we go. There we go. Link in the chat. Okay, tell me that's actually going to come up. Because if it doesn't, I'm going to be very disappointed. Oh, it might be, yeah, there you go. All right, it showed up. Cool. So, if you're not already, you should definitely hop on the Discord. Come hang out with us. And then, yeah, tomorrow morning we'll be doing a community hangout. We hang around, we co-work, we play games, we do all sorts of stuff. So it's a good time. Come hang out with us. All right. Also, since we're sort of, in the middle of all this, just a quick request for any of you who may not have already done so. If you wouldn't mind, just go on down to the bottom of the video here and hit that like button. Hit the thumbs up. It will help me out in terms of growing the channel, getting more viewers. The more viewers I have, the more it helps me out, and the more I can do to improve the stream and possibly even stream more. So, go hit that thumbs up button, please. Make sure to subscribe. Okay, let's get back to this. We've got our list of chats. I'm actually going to pop this over to VS Code real quick. I'm about to knock a whole bunch of soy sauce into my computer. That's what I'm doing. Hang on. There we go. That's better. Okay. I also have my microphone all set up. Oh, cool. So, Kiwi, you're going to sound all good with your snowball tomorrow. I'm excited. That'll be fun. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Let's change it to JSON. Okay. Got a whole bunch of items, and each item has ID, snippet, kind, etag, snippet type. Let's see. Display message, no audio. Oh, 'cause that's like the first thing that got sent. Was Ross saying no audio. So that tracks. And then the last one we have here is Hi Trezzy from Kiwi. That's perfect. Ah, that's excellent. This was so easy. This was like way easier than I expected. Okay, so what I know is that there isn't like there isn't a live streaming or like a real-time API for chat from YouTube, which is weird, but whatever. That's all right. The important thing is that we can hit this endpoint and we can get all of the chat. So let's see. There's going to be some other stuff that we can do here. Profile image size, page token, max results, HL. What's HL? Localized currency display string. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Max results, page token, identifies a specific page in the results set that should be returned in an API response. Okay. So I'm wondering, I could do like max results 1, but it looks like that is, oh my god, long polling is 100% the worst way to do a live chat. And yet here we are. Oh, but it's not even long polling though. I have to short poll because they'll respond. Twitch did it better. That's debatable. Twitch built on top of IRC, which like there's some good things about it and there's a lot of really bad things about it with the way that they built it specifically. But anyways, it is definitely easier to work with. Okay. So I think what I would really like to do is get, like, I just want to get the latest. So next page token, what does a next page token look like? Do I have it in here actually? WebSockets are 100% greater than polling. Yeah, absolutely. Like, they should 100% have WebSockets for YouTube. However, the way that Twitch implemented WebSockets and specifically their IRC protocol is not awesome. So that's kind of my issue. Okay, let's see. Do we have a next page? We do. Oh, yeah, that's not... Okay. So I guess what we have to do is, let's see, we could do, how do we use the next page token? By passing a page token. Oh, right here. Okay. We do need the live chat ID again, which I got over here. It's this. Pop that back in. And then we want the ID, snippet, and author details. Okay. Execute. Yeah. Get me in there. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so this is, chances are you're gonna make it. Okay. Profile image URL. So we've got channel ID, channel URL. I wonder if there's a webhook for this too. That would be nice. That would be a way better solution. Okay, author details. So that is WebSockets are greater than polling. Okay. And then let's grab the next page token from here. Let's pop that in. Execute before any other messages get sent. Okay, there are no things here. So we could theoretically keep executing this. Oh, quota exceeded. Oh, boy. This is going to be so good. So good. Somebody send another message for me. Because I need... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's see. YouTube. Live chat web hooks. Maybe that's a thing. Webhooks. Integration simplified. 101. What on the earth is this? Getting more customers is the most important part of running a successful business. Blah, 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 blah. Key features of YouTube. What? Are you for real? Introduction to webhooks. One of the ways. Okay. Why would you have a quota on live chat? Right? Okay. So theoretically, I could just keep polling for the next page token until a message comes through, and then get the next page token and update that. Okay, so that's not bad. So let's pseudocode what it would look like if I was to use this. Just plain API. It would be something like what we would want to let's see. Set up YouTube connection or API connection. So that's going to be like credentials and stuff. And then we're going to get initial chat load. So that's going to be like getting everything until we get to an empty page. And then start loop to... I guess the loop would start at the beginning. Start loop to get all messages until page is empty. So, okay. So we'll do like const credentials equals an object, and then I'll have like a key, and then like a domain youtube.com /API. Okay, and then let's see, const YouTube client. It's gonna be new YouTube. Whoop. YouTube client credentials. Okay, that'll be cool. And then what we want to do is let's see, set interval, I guess. I'll sort of depend on our rate limit. Let's say const rate limit is going to be like 1 second. We'll check every 1 second. Okay. And our function that we'll run is going to do YouTube client.get live chat. Get chat messages. And that'll need to be async. Okay. So const. We'll do class YouTube client. Okay. And our YouTube client will have a constructor that does some stuff and blah, 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 blah. I don't care about a whole lot about that right now. What I care about is get chat messages, because this is the thing that I've got to define. Get chat messages. Okay, inside get chat messages, what are we going to do? We're going to, let's see, let's have a this dot next page token. We'll start as null. So if this dot next page token, let's see, const params equals blah. Part is going to be like the ID, comma, snippet, comma, author, details. That's fine. And then params if this dot next page token, we'll set page token to this. Okay, cool. So that makes sense. And then we also need this to be async. Okay. So we'll set the page token, and then we'll do await fetch YouTube thingy. Const response is going to be that. Const response JSON is going to be await response.json. Okay, we'll have that. And now what do? We say if response JSON, let's see, dot items. Yeah, dot items. Let's see, let's get the next page token again. Update this, execute. Okay, empty. Items dot length. Then say this next page token equals response JSON dot next page token. Okay, so we update the page token, which would be good. Because then our get check messages method can be agnostic of whether or not we're like at the very beginning of getting messages or if we're, you know, at the very end or whatever. Okay. Let's see. We'll do a static all messages. It's going to be an object. Statics. Let's see. The nice thing about WebSockets is that they don't need to be pulled. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Right, because it's just a... I should stop going on about how bad polling is. I mean, I'm with you 100%. Hate the fact that polling is thing, but here we are. All right, all messages. So we'll say YouTube client dot all messages. We'll do... Oh, we'll need to loop over the items. Let's see. Items dot for each item. Okay. We'll add probably item.id. I'm guessing item. Execute the last one. I guess I could go back to the most recent. Okay, so, yep, an item has an ID. Yeah, and I really don't care that much about the rest of this. So we'll say item.id equals item. We'll just put the whole item on there. And then we're pretty much done with that. Now we'll leave it in there. Okay. Now we've updated the page token. Let's see. What if I do... What is the next page token on the last page, I wonder? Oh yeah, they still send me a new next page token, so I can just always update. Like, I don't need to care about this at all. We'll just always update. Whoops. Always update the page token. Okay, so that's cool. Nice to know that we can do that. And then, yeah, I guess we just queue up to run this again. Because now YouTube client all messages has all of the messages that we got in this loop. And if items is empty, it's just not going to do anything. So it doesn't really matter. So we'll set timeout. Oops. Do this dot get all. Whoops. Get chat messages. And that should be fine. Like, that should do the trick. So then we don't actually need this set interval. We do need the rate limit. Okay. Yeah, okay. Polling ID equals null. We'll grab that down here. This dot polling ID, and then that way, if we want to do cleanup at some point, we can do that. So we add like a destroy method. Say this dot polling ID. Do clear timeout. This dot polling ID. I think that's fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, cool. So there's that stuff. YouTube thingy. Yeah. I think this works. I think this actually does everything. So, okay. We initialize our YouTube. Well, I guess we should probably put that down at the bottom. Let's see. Start polling. Be this dot get chat messages. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, and then we could also do, this makes sense. We'll do stop polling as well. It'll be this, yeah, that'll be the clear timeout. And then, whoop, messed up. There we go. And then in here, we'll do this dot stop polling. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Lots of good stuff there. So we create a new YouTube client, right? And then I'm gonna do YouTube client dot start polling, and that should be everything that we need to do, right? So start polling. When we create it, it'll do whatever setup stuff with the credentials it needs to. I imagine we can find a library on npm to handle most of this for us, but it'll set up the client somehow, and then when we call start polling, it'll call this dot get chat messages for the first time, and then get chat messages will do yeah, the set timeout. So it'll keep like at the end of it, it will recursively run itself again. I guess it's not recursive. It's just chained. That's not chained either. I don't know what this is. Timed. Scheduled. That's what I'm looking for. It schedules itself to run again after the rate limit expires. So then every time it runs, it will check if there is a next page token. If there is, it'll set that. If not, then there just won't be a page token. We fetch the stuff from YouTube, turn it into JSON, update the next page token, loop through all the messages and put them into the thingy, and then move on with our lives. Okay. And so from there, we can like respond to changes in the all messages hash. That sounds good. I like what we've got here. I still would prefer to use webhooks, but we'll see if that's going to be an option. Okay. YouTube webhooks integration. I don't feel like this is what I want at all. Yeah, this is some junk from Hevo. Okay. So PubSub Hubbub, I've messed with before. And I guess YouTube uses it somehow. Is that what they're saying? Supports push notifications via PubSub Hubbub that is sent a server-to-server PubSub protocol. YouTube webhooks. Let's just look up YouTube webhooks. Let's just do that. I think that's probably... I don't want that. I don't want a full course right now. I appreciate it, but nah. YouTube. Subscribe to push notifications. That's the YouTube data API, though. It's not the live streaming stuff. So this is PubSub Hubbub. Okay, there we go. There's some details from the actual docs. Okay. So your PubSub Hubbub callback server receives Atom feed notifications when a channel does any of the following activities: uploads video, updates a video's title, updates a video's description. But that's it. And that's not helpful for me, unfortunately. So that kind of stinks. Yeah. Okay. So polling is going to be our best option. Okay. Well, now that we have some pseudocode on something that might work, let's go to npm and see what kind of YouTube libraries there are. Okay, YouTube upload API, hash IDs, who bought YouTube, React Player, YouTube DL wrap, YTDL, lots of YTDL stuff, I imagine. There's some React stuff, some YouTube search, UseTube, crawl YouTube without API key. Interesting. Discord together. Well, that sounds interesting. What's that? Discord together. What is this? YouTube together. Join or spectate. Oh, interesting. So you can like share your YouTube stuff via your Discord stream, I guess, using this. That's interesting. Okay, anyways, I don't care about that. Let's keep on going. YouTube regex. Spotify to YouTube. There's a scraper. YT channel information. There's a player. Second page. YouTube chapters. Captions. Scraper. Trigger YouTube. YouTube ID by URL. YouTube type await. YouTube music. YouTube node. Oh. Last published was 3 years ago, so this doesn't seem promising, but we'll check it out. Video parser. Yeah, I feel like this is just going to be like I have to write this from scratch. I feel like that is what this is pointing me to. I don't feel good about the prospects here. Set a key and do a search. Okay, so what all does this support? What? That's not helpful. Give me more than just this. Come on. Is there more information on their GitHub? Maybe? Seems unlikely. Nope. This is not helpful. Okay. All right. We're going to write it. We're just going to write it. Cool. Maybe I'll end up turning it into a library because this is kind of butts. All right. So I'm going to need to figure out what the rate limit looks like too. That's going to be an important thing. Okay, so let's create, we need to make a folder. So I'm going to go to my home directory /development. Go to Trezzy Studios and make a new directory, YouTube bot. Let's go to the YouTube bot. Okay, git init yarn init -y. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's see. Touch. Let's do make dir source. Nope. Misspelled source. And then touch source / index.js. There we go. Okay. Now let's open that up. Here, I guess I could just copy this and then code dot. Here we go. Come on. Come on, code. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Okay. Got source. Let's make a new one for pseudocode.js. Let's just jam it in there. Okay. Close it. Great. Full screen. Let's zoom in a little bit. I imagine that's pretty tiny for you all. Okay. Oh, I need to stand up. Actually, I'm going to raise my desk here because I am... my back hurts. Whee! Almost there. Perfect. Oh, that's so much better. That is so much better. Okay. Now, we've got an index file. So, I think what we want to do here, actually, the first thing we're going to do is create structures folder. This is when I'm doing object-oriented stuff, I will create structures folder for like all of my classes. YouTube client.js. So let's see. I actually don't need that. That's not what I need. I need API. No, services. That's what it's called. .js. Okay, and we will create a file for YouTube.js right here. Now, this is a fun one. I gotta remember where I do this pattern, where I have done this pattern recently. That's not really what I wanted, but that's all right. Let's go. Trezzy. Repose. Let's find weird.js, because I feel like I've done it in there. Or fidget? Oh, fidget. That's going to be a good one, I'll bet. Fidget APIs / website. Okay. Website. Let's see. Helpers, probably. Get sponsors. Nope, this is not helpful. I thought it would be, and I was wrong. Contacts, components, pages, public. Okay, so that's not the one. Not fidget. What other websites have I built that I use this services pattern? Maybe I used it in Firebase System Update. I don't remember if I did or not. Source doesn't look like it, but oh yeah, this one. This is actually a great example of it. Okay. That's not what I wanted you to paste. Did I paste that into pseudocode already? I did. Okay. This is what I wanted to paste. Okay, so what we do, basically, right? I'm going to actually comment that out because we're probably not going to use it. Not going to use that. I'm actually going to get rid of a lot of the stuff. Okay. So what this is basically a wrapper around fetch, right? And it's just a means of providing like simple methods for handling fetch things. So like if you're going to run /install, we already know that we need to pass a body, and we know that it needs to be a method, a post method. So that just sort of gets patched in, and we don't need to worry about writing out all of the options every time we run a fetch. So I'm going to just comment out most of these for now. Yeah, comment these out. We're gonna go YouTube fetch route and options. Okay. So when we do, I can close this because I don't care anymore. When we do, I don't care about this anymore either. Okay, live chat and such. So methods that we'll need. We'll need one for fetching. We'll need one for export function get chat. We'll need one for get live broadcast. Okay. Yeah, I don't think live broadcast will need anything, but get chat will need a broadcast ID, at least. And I think from there we should be fine. We might want like a next page token. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So get live broadcast and get chat. Now in our YouTube fetch, a lot of this will leave be, but let's see about headers. Show the code. JavaScript. Oh, that's gross. Do you have like a Node version instead? Nope, just the Java. Cool. I think this is actually easier to read. Okay, so accept application /JSON, so that's already in there. And then we'll need an authorization token, authorization bearer. Okay, and we'll need to pass in a bearer or a access token. So that's cool. Do access token, which will come from, let's see. originally doing it from there. I think we'll probably let's do a file here. Let's do youtube.config.js. And then in youtube.config, we will have export, const access token. Blep. And we'll need to set that before we actually use it, but it'll be good. Down here, we'll do local imports, and then we'll import access token from /youtube.config.js. Perfect. Okay. Is all of this making sense to people so far, or am I just like so far down this rabbit hole that like I've lost everyone? Let me know if I need to like dive into anything or explain why I'm doing some weird thing. Feel free to ask. Like, please ask questions. The more questions, the better. Okay. I don't need that because we're always going to require authentication, I'm pretty sure. Parsed option stop. Body. I don't think we need to send bodies long. Yeah. We don't need bodies, so we can skip that. Okay. Default options. Yeah, parsed options. Default options, parsed options. Okay. I think that's good. Like, that does all the things. Okay. So for the fetch, we need to update that URL. That URL is going to be something like this. So we'll add that to our YouTube config. Export. API URL. YouTube/v3. Actually, take the rest of it off of there. Okay. Now, we'll import that as well. API URL. Cool. This start, with API URL. Great. Now, we don't ever have to put the URL in because it'll just always happen in our youtube.js service. Nice, easy way to do that. Okay, so the rest of this API looks like this here. A lot of this I'm not going to bother with. We have like a live chat ID. Okay, I'm going to go to all of the ampersands here. Okay, that's all of them. There we go. Okay, so we've got parts, page tokens, keys. Okay. So the way that it's doing that, it is actually doing key, your API key. So that's different than the access token, I guess. Okay. Try doing that. Okay. All right. I guess I'm confused. There's got to be some more information in here somewhere about authentication when connecting. Let's try opening up the guides section. Here we go. Actually, client libraries? Hang on. Did I just completely miss this? Google API client library for JavaScript. This seems really helpful. Seems like this might be useful. Oh boy. Okay. Auth batch cores promises. Okay. And how does this work? Getting started. So we do an API key, discovery docs. I don't know what that is. Client ID, scope. This feels worse. I'm not going to use this. This seems worse. Okay, let's go back. Server-side web apps. That's what we want. So we have an OAuth 2 flow. Store confidential information, maintain state. These applications can access the YouTube data API, blah, 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 blah. The scenario begins when the user tries to perform an action and that requires authorization. No. Because there is no user doing anything. Auth credentials, maybe. API keys. You have the option of including an API key with a request. This key identifies your project and provides API access. All of the methods require OAuth 2 authorization. Huh. So I might have to generate one just cuz, which is butts. But if I have to, then I will. Okay, let's create some credentials. I don't think I ever created a privacy screen, so I might have to just do a thing here. Let's see. That's not what I wanted. Hang on. I'm figuring it out, I promise. What I need to do is come to my Basecamp plus laptop and just sort of hide the screen for the moment. Let's see. What's the best way to? I guess I can just hit the button here. There we go. Okay, hidden, so I can create a new API key, create credentials, API key. Got it. Then come over here. Let's do a .env file. Tube API key equals that. Almost done here, I promise. Ba-dum. Okay, cool. So I can turn it back on now. Okay, so I created a .env file, and in my .env file, I am storing my, hang on, I may not have actually, here, we'll just switch to the face cam for a second. That seems easier. Okay. I do want to rename this to YouTube bot. Save. Okay, I'm actually gonna fiddle in here for just a second. Application restrictions, no restrictions. API restrictions, don't restrict this key. Is there any? No, there's nothing else for me to do in here. Okay, cool. 100% I just did that in the wrong application. Oh boy. I'm gonna get this figured out. I swear I will. One of these days. One of these days I'm gonna get these things right. Delete. Let's flip over to Trezzy.com to create this one. Let's do Trezzy. I don't know. Let's create a project for it. We'll call it YouTube bot. For Trezzy.com, location Trezzy.com, sounds great. Creating the project. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-dum-ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum. Ba-dum-ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, bum. Oh, this is taking a long time, and I don't know why. That's not exciting. It does not make me happy. Why are you taking so long? Okay, go back to there. Did it do it? It didn't even do it. Okay, new project altogether. That's what we'll do. YouTube bot. Create. It's doing it again. Oh my gosh. Dashboard maybe? Nope. Oh, it's created now. Okay, cool. Now we can do YouTube data API v3 Make sure that's enabled. Gotta wait for the enabling again. Okay, there we go. Let's go to credentials, regenerate our credentials, and then I can get back to doing code. API key, copy, close, rename. Put that in our .env real quick. And then YouTube bot. Save. Okay. Woo. Let's see. Let's close that. Now we can come back. So seeing the laptop. Yay. All right. About 40 minutes left. Also, just a quick reminder for anybody watching, if you haven't already done so, do me a favor. Go down into the video, hit that like button, big ol' thumbs up. Helps me out growing the channel, getting a bigger audience, and hopefully being able to do more of this. So go hit the like button, make sure to subscribe too so you get notifications every time I go live. Anyways, let's get back to the code. All right. Default options, parsed options, this all looks fine. So live chat / messages, that's the thing that I'm going to care about down here in the get chat stuff. So we'll end up having to use like YouTube fetch. We'll do return YouTube fetch, and then it'll be like our URL or whatever. Oops. So live chat / messages, and we'll need a live chat ID. Right? Yeah, this is right. Okay. Need to turn this into template string equals, we'll do live chat ID instead of broadcast ID because that makes more sense. Okay, so we've got a live chat ID. Great. Now, parts. I think we'll just do that by default. We'll do the whole thing. Okay. Page token. Right. Okay. So I'm going to go find another method that I've used many times, that I've rewritten so many times. I'll do github.com/Trezzy, studio/Trezzy.com because I'm pretty confident that I've got it in here. Go to source and helpers. I'm looking for create or generate query string, something about a query string. Convert query string. I don't have it in there. Really? Okay, let's try fidget. See if I've got it in there. Website, source. Let's see, helpers. I don't have it in here either. Okay. Where else would I have it? Where have I done query string stuff before? Let's see. I search in user query string code. Aha! Parse query params, and then I should have a flip side which goes the other way and converts an object to query strings, but I'm not seeing it. Okay. What if we flip from user to like, let's see. Hey, it's an Alex. What's going on? Maybe it's inside tags input. I mean, looks like there's something in there. Okay. Trezzy Studios is what I need to get to now. Oh boy. Search inside this org for query string. Maybe it's in here. Lots of stuff in yarn.lock, designer yarn.lock. Nope, not in there. Okay, how about fidget? Nope. What the butts? I've written this thing so many times. Okay. I know I saw the flip side, which was the parse query string thing. Nope. Go back. It's in here. Parse query params. Okay. This is the original one that it's based on. But I have two different versions of it. One of them parses query strings, and the other one goes the other way and converts an object to a query string. So helper, nope, I need a folder. Helpers, there we go, got it. How's your first YouTube stream treating you? Oh, it's going all right. It's going all right. Let's see. Analytics look good. Lots of solid watch time. Everybody's hanging out. Makes me happy. Lots of playbacks that left, though. I imagine people looking at it and being like, what is all this code stuff? And then going away. But generally, it's going well. It's going well. Seems like I've got the stream, like the streaming to YouTube settings all figured out. So that's nice. I've stopped a few times in the middle of everything to remind people to go down and hit the like button and subscribe, which of course is also very important on YouTube. But yeah, I think it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. I'm at it for about another 35 minutes, and then I might do like a mini retro tomorrow morning during the community hangout to see, sort of think back on it and figure out what I need to do differently, what I need to fix, whatever. This isn't Minecraft. What's he doing here? Yeah, okay. So what we're doing, Alex, in case you didn't figure it out, is I'm creating a bot for the YouTube chat, which is wild because they don't have a real-time API endpoint. Like, there's no WebSocket set up. I have to use polling. I have to poll the YouTube API to get the chat, which is bananas. But I'm doing it, so here we go. Okay, so we've got this stuff. I need to go into helpers. Let's create a new one. We convert object to query string. Yeah, .js. What? Nope. There we go. Okay. Object. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Dead. Also, I'm 100% going to build myself a React Native application to display chat on my iPad here in the center because, like, watching it on the screen right now, I have to use the same view that you all have, but on iPad, and like, the text is so small, and it is awful, and I hate it. Okay, so, query object. What we need to return is a string. And the way I do that is by going object.entries, query object. Nope. Dot reduce. We'll do an accumulator. And then the key and value. Okay. Start with a string there. We need to return the accumulator. Okay. And what we're going to do basically is say key. Let's do this. Template string, wrap it, key, value equals. Okay. So now do let string equals. We'll do key value string equal that. We'll say, let's grab the index here. Oh, wait, no. I don't want the index. No, I do want the index. I lied. I do. If index equals 0, then, so if it's the first item, then, I lied. If it's not the first item, right? Yeah, then I want to append an ampersand to it, basically. Yes. Okay. So what this is going to do is we're going to loop over all of the key value pairs on the object. We're going to take the key and the value and join them into a string with an equal sign. We're not doing any type checking here because I don't care yet. I might later, and if I do, I will update the function. But right now, don't care. Now we're checking to see if we are at the 0th item, then we will just skip over this. We'll just return the key value pair joined with an equal sign. If we are, there we go. If we are not at the 0th item, if we are at the 1th or beyond item, then we're going to append an ampersand. And that way, whenever everything gets joined, it'll all be separated by ampersands plus key value string. Okay, so that should actually do pretty much everything that I need. So let's just try it out in the browser. Console. Let's pull this up. Zoom in a little. Okay, there we go. So we've got our convert object string to query string function. Let's give it an object. We'll say key is foo. What do we got? Key equals foo. Perfect. Now, what if we add another item? Add viewers. Alex. Aha, look at that. Oh, and here's a cool thing. It's actually just going to work with arrays, because arrays will be automatically concatenated with commas. Kiwi. Ross. Let's see. Bam. Look at that. Okay, that's pretty slick. I didn't even think about the fact that that would work well. Okay, cool. So it can even handle arrays. All right. So I think, because there's a lot of different stuff that I could handle in here. For example, if I get a key a second time, then I could convert the key's value into, I could append it to the value of the key originally, like rewrite the string to append it to the original value, so it's like an array. Or I can also handle like square bracket notation and all sorts of stuff. I'm not going to do that because none of that matters for the YouTube API right now. If it does eventually, we'll rewrite the function. But for now, it doesn't matter at all. Okay. So we've got pseudocode. So we've got convert object to query string. We're going to need to import that here. Import convert object to query string from helper. Nope, not headers. // helpers / convert object to query string. All right, cool. So we got this. I have a monstrosity of a function that does the exact reverse of this. Well, that was actually what I copied out, right? That was this. This is my parse query params, which just takes a string and converts it back to an object. Okay. Let's see. Right, down here. Okay. So we're going to const query params equals this, and we'll just create an object right out the gate. Okay. Here we'll have these things. So live chat ID will be live chat ID. Why is there another question mark in there? That's weird. Part will be, oops, this, And again, I will actually separate it with the commas, or with in an array, because that'll just magically work, which is really cool. Let's see. Did you want to share a link to that monstrosity you mentioned, Alex? Because I'll check it out. I'm guessing it's in the FieldRats API, but I don't know. Let's see, query string, and then let's bring it on down here. Oops. Bam, there we go, query string attached. So that should work for our get chat method. Now get live broadcast is going to be another thing. And there, what we need to do is, let's see, show code. Okay, here we go. So we've already got this part done, everything up to the v3. So we've got live broadcasts. Let's see, YouTube fetch. Oops, a little too much. There we go. All right, live broadcasts. Instead of live chat / messages, copy this in there as well. And we'll do, we don't need live chat ID. We do need part. It'll just be the snippet this time. Okay. Broadcast status is going to be active. And then a key. Yeah? Yeah. It's going to be process.env. Whoop. .env. Why are you griping? Gonna find name process. Oh, quit your griping. .youtube API key. Yeah. Okay. Right, snippet. So the rest of this can go. Bearer token gets handled up here. I feel like there was a time when I built one of these and I had added like a query params object so that it would automatically do stuff up here, so that if there were query params that needed to be appended, the fetch method would handle it. So let's actually do that. Let's do, oops, query. So we'll pass in the query there, and we'll actually steal this. Okay. Let's come up here. And query will be one of our things. So we'll say if parsed options dot query, then let's do let query string equal nothing. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we would do query string equals this, convert object to query string. We'll even wrap it with the question mark there. Okay, and that way we can pass in stuff as we need to. Let's see. I think what we actually want to do first is const compiled options equals this. Right. Let's see. I'm still trying to get over the poll-based chat services thing. Yeah, you should have seen Kiwi was sort of losing his mind over it earlier too. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And it's rate limited, and I don't know how rate limited it is, so it's super exciting. Like, super duper exciting. Trying to make a map of a fake country? Trying to make a map of a fake country. What? Okay, we've got a query string. So compiled options. Be this stuff. Is that right? Hang on. Is this right? Oh. I see where I'm messing up. Ignore this. We'll do parsed options.query. And then also default options.query. Because up here, we'll do the key. Because it should be passed in with pretty much everything moving forward. And there's that. Cool. Trash that. Okay, and then we've got our query string generated, and so we can actually delete this whole thing. Right? Page token. I'm actually going to leave that in there because I'm not using it. Gotta cut Google some slack, I guess. Small company still trying to figure this web thing out. Kiwi for our role-playing purposes. Gotcha. Okay, still trying to figure. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, so page token is actually something that I need to copy down here to the get chat part. So let's add that real quick so I don't forget it again. Next, page token. Actually. Yeah, we need to do const query equals this. Yep, okay. Then we've got live chat ID, we've got part, we've got page token. And we pull this out, we can say if next page token, then query.page token equals the next page token. Then we can pass query into the options. There we go. That makes sense. Oh, but we can get rid of the query string part. Okay, cool. So get chat and get live broadcast should theoretically have everything that they'll ever need to worry about. I'm actually going to get rid of most of this stuff. Doesn't need to exist anymore because this is all examples. This I can get rid of because it's got everything it needs. Key gets jammed in. Query string. Okay. So we need to do API route.replace. Oh, right. This is just like if the route has an extra / on the beginning, then get rid of it. And then we need to append our query string, and bam, now our routes are done properly. Okay. And I'm actually going to add process.env.access token. And then process.env.api URL. That's YouTube API URL. Then we can get rid of this whole thing. So I moved it into a .env file. So get rid of youtube.config.js. Bam. Okay. So a lot of this is very close to working the way that I want it to. We've got YouTube fetch, get chat, get live broadcast. Now the next thing is we don't have an access token. And I need to figure out how that's going to work. Like I need to auth somehow to generate one. Out of curiosity, what's the rate limit on the poll? I haven't even checked yet. It's not high. I know that. Let's see. Okay. YouTube/v3/live rate limiting. Quota calculator, sure. Table below shows the quota cost. Okay. All API requests, including invalid requests, incur a quota cost of at least 1 point. Okay, following 2 points are worth calling out. Calls a method such as search.list that returns multiple pages of results. Each request to retrieve an additional page, whatever. YouTube live streaming API methods are technically part of the YouTube data API, and calls to those methods also incur quota costs. Sure. So as such, API methods for live streaming are also listed in the table. Okay. Okay, so the... Hang on, are they? Because I don't see them. What? They are not included in this table. What? Where's live chat? Where's live broadcasts? What? That's not what I meant to click on. Let's see. I actually don't think I want the /API part on there. Do I? Go away, Discord. Yeah, I do not. Live chat. Yeah, the live chat is definitively not listed on there. Get rid of this. Right? Am I... What? Methods. It says it literally right here that it's supposed to... Quota? Hang on, did I? Quota. Nah. Okay, let's go back. Let's see. Live. I'll bet there are 2 instances. Oh, there's 3. Sorry, there's 3 instances of the word live. Super helpful. What? What is this business? This is absurd. Okay. Okay. I should be able to check it over here at least. But like... I suppose I have made no queries, so... It's not going to have any information for me whatsoever. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Authorization credentials. Jesus. Allows you to create 2 different types of credentials. OAuth 2. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the problem is... I think I just have to create an OAuth 2 token for me. Unless I can generate, like, a random one. Here, hang on, I'm going to switch to the face cam for just a second, because I'm going to pull up some... sensitive stuff. Okay, let's see. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so there's some OAuth consent screen I can create. Domain verification. Okay. Page usage agreements. Also not helpful. Y'all, I hate Google APIs so much. I hate them so much. Okay. You can see the OAuth token reflecting off your eyes. Oh, man. Can you? No. I know you can't. Right? Okay. I don't understand how they can have a section right here. It's like, they're technically part of the thing. Calls to them also incur quota costs. So, they're also listed in the table. Are you referring to the table right here? Because they're not listed there. Just throwing that out there. Just a thing. Just a thought. Slight mention. Oh man, enhance. All right, we've only got about 10 minutes left. Let's see. Implementation guide. I would really love to have like a good YouTube bot guide, because I feel like definitely missing something. You know what? The heck with that. We are going to close this down. We're going to come on over here, and we're just gonna write more code. That's what we're gonna do. Yarn add.env, so I can be done with .enving. And then, okay, index. And here, what we'll do is set up const for state, app state. We'll have messages, which will be an object. And that's it. Okay. Now, we'll import. All right, import, I don't know, methods. No, we'll do star as YouTube from services.js. Look at this fool adding .js to friggin' directory names. Okay, so we've got YouTube imported here as our service. 3, 4, 5. Okay. What? YouTube dot get live broadcast. Yay! Google it. I'm gonna later. All right, constants. So we can get live broadcasts. I guess it should be an S. Technically, it's going to return more than one. Okay. Yeah, and live chat ID we need to store up here too. Okay. Do await const foo equals that. Okay. Node.slash/index.js/. Oh boy. Okay. Let's just try running it. Let's see what happens. Yarn, or not yarn. Node.slash/source index. Okay. Oh, right. Set type module. Fetch is not defined. Yarn add node fetch. Whoopsie. And I need to remember, do I actually have to set it to a variable, or do I just import it as like nothing? Let's see. Installation, loading. Okay, import fetch from fetch. Got it. Module imports. Need to import this so that I can actually get all of the stuff. VS Code not liking the top level await. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I have a new enough version of Node in here to work with the top level await. Maybe invalid URL. Node fetch. Undefined. Oh, right. Not actually using .env right now. Whoopsie. .env. Because I know there's a way that I can like do the register thing so it just runs globally instead of having to like you load it at the top of every file. Preload? Yeah, here we go. -R. Okay. I got some stuff back. Status text not found. Okay. That is like... Okay. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting things to be much more broken. Async. Okay. About 6 minutes left. So we got async for this. We'll do const await. Not const await. Const response equals that. Return response.json. Here we go. Undefined 1. Unexpected end of JSON input. Okay. Headers. Okay, we've got content link, content type. Where's my status code? Shouldn't there be a... do I have to do status? Text, maybe? Nope. Oh, yeah, not found. So it's 404ing. Does it have the YouTube API URL? Is that a thing that's working now? Yep, that's in there. Okay. Status text not found. Wait until it gets much more broken. Okay. So we've got the URL. And it's getting a 404. It's not an error. Turn this response. Well, let's try text. .text. Nada. Okay. So there is no body. What else can I check? Let's just check the status again. Okay. So we've got response internals, status text headers, counter. I don't understand. My understanding is not occurring. Okay, what's the deal? Well, first off, there's an extra slash in there, which is not great. So that's something I need to fix. Oh. It's because there's a slash in the URL already. So that's... I mean, I doubt that that is the issue. But we're going to see. Oh, it's a 401. Okay, that was actually the issue. Okay, status text. Unauthorized. Okay. OAuth credentials. That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay. Well, we're in a pretty good spot, though. Oh, it looks like there might be a body, too. Let's check .text. Error. 401. Request has invalid authentication credentials. Expected OAuth to access token, login, cookie, or other valid authentication credential. Oh, that's fair. I did just pass blep. Blep is my current access token. What if I just take the bearer token off completely? Okay, API keys are not supported by this API. Expected OAuth to access token or other authentication credentials that assert a principal. Okay. Well, it's pretty close, though. We got pretty close. I noticed the slash before you. Okay. That's pretty close, honestly. Like, we've got our fetch service working. Get live broadcast and get chat honestly should do most of what they need to do. I need to do const await. Const response equals await. Turn this into async. And then return response.json. Okay. And so that should work. This can also become JSON. All right, and now we've got a JSON response here rather than just a text body. And yeah. So once we've got this working, then we can move on from like, okay, everything here is fine to in the index.js, we'll actually have our app state. And when we get an item, we'll be able to start doing some processing on it. So, run it against a bunch of regexes to see if it matches any commands or whatever. And then, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. From there, we'll also have to add another, at least one more method to the YouTube service so that we can post a chat or send chat or something, which will be, let's see. Send chat, live chat ID, and then message. Yeah. And then that'll be the one that actually does, like, we need to respond to a thing that we found, and so it'll call this. But, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with where we're at this point. That's 2 hours in. On the dot. On the dot. Awesome. Well, I feel like this went pretty well. I'll tell you what. At least a couple of you that are watching right now, I know are in my Discord server. So I would love to hear back from the both of you on in the Discord about, like, what do you think about the YouTube experience? How does it compare to the Twitch experience? Is there anything I can do to make it better? And then we'll sort of go from there. I want to try to do everything I can to make this work. So we'll see sort of how that plays out. But in the meantime, do me a huge favor. Go down below the video and hit the like button. If you hit the like button, it helps me out in the future. Like, every single like that I get on every single video has a big impact on whether or not I get shown to other people, and it's free for you. Just a reminder. It costs you no dollars. It costs you 10 seconds, if it takes that long. So yeah, go hit the like button. It'll help me out with growing this channel, growing the following, and being able to hopefully do even more live streaming like this. Also, make sure to subscribe so that you get notifications when I'm going to go live and such. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, we've got our community hangout on the Discord. If you're not already on the Discord, you should definitely come join us. Here's a link. Maybe. There we go. There's a link to the Discord. If you're not already on there, make sure to go hit that link. Come join us. Come hang out. Great community. Some of the folks you may have seen in the chat tonight already. But either way, I really appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out for my first stream on YouTube and my first stream back in almost a year and a half. It's been so long since I've done this. I'm really excited that we're back at it. And I'll tell you what, as a bonus for our first live stream, I feel like I could probably do a better bonus, but we're going to wrap up with one more fortune cookie. All right, fortune cookie time. Let's see what our final fortune is for the evening. Get that nice fortune cookie Foley. All right. To make dreams real, first, you have to have them. That's a thinking one right there, in that you have to think to dream. And so, to dream and make things real, you have to do the thinking. It's a good fortune. It's a good fortune. Let's see. It's a little stale. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I've had worse. I've had worse. All right. Anyways. Hang on. All right. All right. Everybody, thank you again so much. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's been real, and it's been fun, and it's been real fun. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.